Most Americans believe the only danger in store-bought cookie dough is the risk of salmonella. They're wrong. The real danger is a chemical cocktail designed to survive for months in a refrigerated truck. We are talking about flours bleached with toxic gases, industrial seed oils that cause systemic inflammation, and petroleum-based preservatives that turn a childhood treat into a metabolic nightmare. The brands at the beginning of our list don't treat your kitchen like a bakery. They treat your body like a laboratory. Brand number 1 is the one everyone has, Pillsbury cookie dough. This is the most famous cookie dough in the world, and that is exactly why it is the most dangerous. The Pillsbury Doughboy hides a dark industrial reality behind a giggling cartoon. Pillsbury is the king of the worst category because of one terrifying ingredient, TBHQ, tertiary butyl hydroquinone. TBHQ is a synthetic antioxidant derived directly from petroleum. In the industrial world, it's used in paints, varnishes, and even jet fuel. In your body, peer-reviewed studies link it to vision disturbances and neurotoxic effects, but it doesn't stop there. Pillsbury uses bleached flour treated with chlorine gas to make it unnaturally white, destroying all nutrients. To get that soft-baked texture, they use palm kernel oil, a low-grade fat that triggers systemic inflammation. When you bake Pillsbury, you aren't creating a treat, you're heating a shelf-stable chemical brick designed for profit, not for humans. Brand number 2 is Nestlé Toll House, ready to bake. This brand is an American icon, but it is the ultimate innocent villain. Behind the cozy, familiar packaging lies an ingredient list that should trigger an immediate alarm. My audit revealed a heavy reliance on hydrogenated oils and soy lecithin, derived from GMO soy drenched in glyphosate, Roundup. The most deceptive part, the natural and artificial flavors. This is corporate code for lab-created chemicals designed to hit your bliss point and trigger addiction. You aren't smelling real butter, you're smelling synthetic vanillin, often synthesized from wood pulp waste or crude oil. Nestlé sells you nostalgia while feeding you industrial byproducts, prioritizing craveability over your basic biological needs. Brand number 3 is Great Value Cookie Dough. Walmart's private label is the cheapest on the market, and you pay the health tax later. To keep prices low, they strip away quality. Instead of real cane sugar, they utilize high fructose corn syrup, HFCS, or low-grade GMO sugars that cause violent insulin spikes and stress your liver. But the real horror is the fat source, low-grade cottonseed oil. Here's the secret, cotton is not legally classified as a food crop, meaning farmers can use significantly higher levels of toxic pesticides on it than on corn or wheat. When that cotton is pressed into oil for your cookies, those chemical residues follow. This dough is a graveyard of empty calories and pesticide magnets. Brand number 4 is Good & Gather. Target has a reputation for being the cleaner store, but their standard dough is the epitome of the global supply chain trap. The packaging looks modern and minimalistic, but the ingredients reveal the same industrial blueprint as the budget brands. The primary issue is the heavy use of phosphate additives, which are taxing on the kidneys. They also use a cocktail of gums and thickeners, like Gore gum, to create a fake homemade texture. For many, these gums cause gut irritation and disrupt the microbiome. Target isn't selling you a better cookie. They're selling fast fashion food. It looks high-end, but it's made of the same cheap, synthetic materials as the bottom-tier brands. Between industrial chemical sludge and the true gold standard lies the middle tier. This is arguably the most dangerous section of the grocery store because it is where the marketing gets sophisticated. These brands are the masters of the health halo, a psychological trick where buzzwords like organic, plant-based, and non-GMO are used to lower your guard and justify a higher price tag. But here is the professional secret. Organic junk food is still junk food if the base is made of inflammatory, high-heat processed oils. These brands swap out the petroleum-based preservatives, but they often keep the industrial processing methods that leave your body inflamed and your blood sugar crashing. Brand number 5 is Betty Crocker. Don't let the home-style imagery and the iconic red spoon fool you. Betty Crocker is essentially the industrial twin of Pillsbury, operating with the same big food philosophy. While they often avoid the harshest petroleum preservatives like TBHQ in their more premium lines, my audit of their pre-made dough reveals a heavy reliance on refined palm oils and complex chemical leavening systems. These additives are designed for factory consistency and a perfect rise every time, but they are notoriously difficult for the human digestive system to break down. They trade on emotional nostalgia, banking on the fact that you'll associate their brand with your grandmother's kitchen, even though your grandmother would never recognize the laboratory engineered ingredients inside their modern tubes. It is a factory product wrapped in a tradition aesthetic, designed for maximum shelf life rather than metabolic health. Brand number 6 is Annie's Homegrown. This is the ultimate health halo trap in the American supermarket. Because the packaging is bright, features a cute bunny, and carries the USDA organic seal, parents assume it is a health food they can give to their children without limit. While being USDA organic is a genuine win, meaning they avoid synthetic pesticides like glyphosate and prohibited GMOs. The biological impact on the human body is still highly problematic. Annie's relies on massive amounts of organic cane sugar and expeller pressed sunflower or canola oil. Here's the technical danger. When these polyunsaturated vegetable oils are heated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit in your oven, they can oxidize. This process creates lipid peroxides and inflammatory compounds that damage your cells from the inside out. Just because an oil is organic doesn't mean it's stable under heat. Annie's is a cleaner version of a processed product, but it still lacks the structural integrity of real whole food ingredients. Brand number 7 is Immaculate Baking Company. This brand deserves credit for being an early pioneer in the cleaner baking space. They moved away from bleached flours and were among the first to eliminate the most aggressive synthetic dyes and artificial preservatives. However, they still fall directly into the natural flavors trap. As an investigator, I have to warn you that natural flavors are a legal black box. Under current FDA regulations, a natural flavor can contain dozens of undisclosed chemical adjuncts, including solvents, emulsifiers, and preservatives that do not have to be listed on the label. While they have successfully removed the obvious villains, they haven't yet embraced a true whole food philosophy. They are stuck in a nutritional no man's land. They are significantly better than the bottom-tier industrial brands, but they are still a processed convenience food that relies on lab-made shortcuts to achieve their flavor profiles. Brand number 8 is Sweet Loren's. This is the most famous healthy dough in America right now, largely because it solved a massive problem. It is plant-based, gluten-free, and nut-free. For the millions of Americans dealing with celiac disease or severe food allergies, this brand feels like a miracle. And compared to the chemical sludge of the bottom tier, it is a massive improvement. However, if we are being honest about peak metabolic health, we have to look closer. Sweet Loren still relies heavily on refined oils and highly processed starches to mimic the texture of wheat. These starches hit your bloodstream almost as fast as pure glucose, leading to a significant insulin spike. It is the lesser evil. the perfect transition brand for someone moving away from industrial toxins, but it lacks the mineral density and black gold status of the brands that actually use whole food fats and unrefined sugars. It is a safe harbor, but it's not the final destination. We have finally reached the peak of the pyramid. This is what I call the living dough tier. The brands in this category have done something revolutionary. They have completely abandoned the industrial blueprint. They don't use natural flavors to trick your taste buds, and they don't use petroleum stabilizers to extend shelf life. Instead, they use the black gold philosophy, relying on real, nutrient-dense fats and unrefined sugars that nourish your body rather than taxing it. These are the brands that prove you can enjoy the most American of treats without declaring war on your metabolism or your gut microbiome. Brand number 9 is Cappello's cookie dough. If you walk into the kitchen of a high-performance athlete or a dedicated biohacker in Los Angeles or New York, this is the brand you will find in their freezer. Cappello's is the elite choice because it addresses the root cause of food comas: grain-induced insulin spikes. There is 0 grain and 0 gluten in this dough. While the bottom-tier brands use bleached wheat that causes systemic inflammation and brain fog, Cappello's uses a base of almond flour. This provides your body with high-quality protein, fiber, and monounsaturated fats. But the real magic is in their fat source. They have completely eliminated industrial seed oils, replacing them with organic coconut oil. Unlike the oxidized sunflower oils found in the middle tier, coconut oil is a stable saturated fat that thrives under the heat of a 350 degrees Fahrenheit oven. It contains medium-chain triglycerides, MCTs, which your liver can convert into immediate energy for your brain. When you eat a Cappello's cookie, you aren't just eating a dessert. You are eating a functional food that supports cognitive function rather than destroying it. Brand number 10 is Eat Pastry cookie dough. Eat Pastry has achieved cult status across America for solving the biggest dilemma in the cookie world, the edible raw factor. Most people don't realize that the raw dough from brands like Pillsbury is dangerous not just because of eggs, but because of untreated flour, which can carry E. coli. Industrial brands solve this by heat treating their flour and adding chemical stabilizers. Eat Pastry took a different path. They built their entire formula around clean label, non-GMO ingredients that are naturally safe to consume straight from the tub. They are famous for refusing to use aggressive gums like carrageenan or carboxymethylcellulose, which are known to erode the protective mucosal lining of the gut. Instead, they rely on the natural binding properties of their high-quality ingredients. For the modern consumer who wants the nostalgic experience of eating dough out of the container without the chemical hangover or the digestive distress caused by thickeners, Eat Pastry is the gold standard of safety and purity. Brand number 11, the undisputed winner, is Simple Mills. Simple Mills is the most famous clean label brand in the United States today, and for very good reason. They are the absolute champion of this investigation because their ingredient list is the shortest, purest, and most transparent in the entire industry. While the bottom tier brands have lists 30 items long, Simple Mills uses only 6 to 7 recognizable whole food ingredients. Their base is a proprietary blend of almonds, coconuts, and flax seeds, providing a massive dose of omega-3 fatty acids and minerals. What truly secures their number one spot is their commitment to organic coconut sugar. In our previous investigation, we talked about why this is black gold. Unlike the refined white sugar in Nestlé or Pillsbury, which is stripped of all life, the coconut sugar in Simple Mills contains trace minerals like iron, zinc, calcium, and potassium. It also contains a unique fiber called inulin, which acts as a prebiotic for your gut bacteria and slows down the absorption of glucose into your bloodstream. This means no sugar crash and no massive insulin spike. Simple Mills doesn't just give you a cookie, they give you a nutrient-dense snack disguised as a treat. It is the #1 brand for the conscious American who refuses to compromise their family's cellular health for a moment of convenience. If you want to protect your health, you must stop viewing cookie dough as a single category. There is the industrial sludge, the marketing traps, and the real food. Your body knows the difference. Choose the black gold and leave the petroleum-based dough on the shelf where it belongs.